Hey all, Dr. Paul Borosky here, founder of Organized Plan and Grow Strategy. And for this video, what I like to do is show you all my operations plan, what it is, how I write it, what's included, and why it's important. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into it. And before we get into the operations plan sample, let's go ahead and talk about a couple of facts and then some benefits of the operations plan. All right, fact number one, the root cause of most reoccurring problems in a business is that there is no written operations plan. Fact number two, 99% of small businesses don't have an operations plan written down. If you're struggling with operations, you're having difficulty with operations, take a look at your operations plan. If you can't see it, write one up. Benefits. Ultimate vision of your operations. Whatever is in your head of the ultimate vision of what your business looks like and acts and how it operates, put that on paper and you're going to be able to have clarity. Also, it's going to help with organization. If you have a documented operations plan, it's going to remove a lot of your chaos because you've got a clear, concise document to work from. It reduces inconsistencies in operations. You might have one view of your business, your manager might have a different view of the vision of your business, and employees might have a different view of everybody else's of what the business looks like. So many inconsistencies just because there's not a written operations plan that's shared with everybody. You can share it with employees, investors, and lenders. You can't take information out of your head and just tell everybody about what your operations is and expect people to remember. That's why you need to write it down. You can share it. Also, it forces you to evaluate each one of your segments of your business. It forces you to take a look at how you're making your sandwiches, or how your cashiers are operating, or how your construction crew is going out there and servicing the customers. It forces you to evaluate and document each section, and you can also go ahead and optimize it at that point as well. And finally, it provides you with a benchmark. If you have that vision in your head of your operations and you have it on paper, and then you look at your business, now you can compare what you have on paper with what your business is doing in operations, and now you can either A, fix your operations plan, or B, fix your operations so it reflects your operations plan. All right, enough of that. Let's go ahead and dive into a sample from my Organized Plan Grow Strategy. All right, and now for a sample operations plan. This operations plan, what I did is I wrote up an operations plan for my business because every business should have an operations plan. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you all through it, show you some tips and tricks on how to write one. And if you do use my services, I can also show you all what to expect from a final product. Just keep in mind, the operation plan, having one is great for the final product, but the best usage of the operations plan is the actual process of writing it when you're evaluating each section of your business and documenting. That is the true power. It's nice to have the operations plan in your hand. A lot of things you can do with it, but the true power of an operations plan is the process of writing it. All right, let's get into it. All right, so first thing what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and you need a title page, and a title page doesn't have to be anything snazzy. This is for internal use, and just label operations plan. Mine has just got my name, operations plan, and then my name as well right here. Table of contents. It's great to have a table of contents. That way you can zip right over to the area you want to go ahead and evaluate and write up or change. And then the next part is going to be the executive summary. The executive summary for all internal documents that I do with my clients, it's always structured. First is who we are, what we do, why we do it, and how we know it's working. Those are the four segments that I'm always looking to lock down when I write any one of my plans, whether it be an operating plan, a marketing plan, or an operations plan. And for the who we are, this section right here is the only time you're going to change it. Well, you can change it, but this is going to be word for word. I'm going to include in every one of my documents because I want to continually reinforce who we are as a business. For the what we do, the why we do it, and the how we know it's working, well, these are going to be customized for each different segment, whether it's a marketing plan or a business plan or an operations plan. Each one of these sections are going to be aligned with that various plan. But the who we are is always going to be the same. The next section is going to be the business overview, again, stressing who we are. Next section is going to be what we do. Here's where you're going to discuss your services you're going to be offering your customers. Then you're going to go ahead and discuss why you do it. Go ahead and just give a brief overview of why you do it. And then you're going to go ahead and dive into your business location. Here you're going to document your business. What does your business look like? Is it a home office? Is it a warehouse? Are you providing services on a mobile site? Is it at a customer's place? Whatever your business location looks like, go ahead and describe it in this section here. The next section is going to be workflow. How do you service your customers? How do you get your customers? How do you, based on, initial client contact, once your customer calls you or comes in your door, that is where the operational flow starts. The initial customer contact, whatever you do from that point in time till the customer gets their service or their final product or their final service, that is what you're going to describe in this section right here. Job description. This is where you're going to go ahead and describe what each position, whatever each position you have in your company, you're going to go ahead and label it here and then give a brief overview of expectations or what do they actually do. For example, a CEO, business plan writer, business consultant. Each section is going to have a brief overview of that particular position. And the next section is going to be key performance indicators. And the key performance indicators are important actions that your business does that's going to either A, make you money, or B, cost you money. And the way that I structure my key performance indicators is I state which key performance indicator I'm going to evaluate. I'm going to define it. I'm going to state exactly what I expect from that key performance indicator to let me know that I'm being successful. And then I talk about the purpose. Why is this important for a key performance indicator? And for my clients and for myself, I keep track of about 2 or 3 or 4 key performance indicators. You don't want to get crazy and have 50 different key performance indicators because A, you're going to spend most of your day tracking them, and B, it's just a lot of information. Keep it simple. That way you can keep your finger on the pulse of your business pretty simple. Next section could be organizational structure. Love the organizational structure section. Everybody loves a visual chart. This easily shows your positions in your company and who reports to who. The next section right here, this is where business consultants normally start. What they'll do is they'll walk into your business and they're going to want to talk about your problems. What are your problems in your business? What is happening in your business that's a problem? The problem of just looking at the problems as a business consultant is that you don't understand the business. You don't understand the operations, what they do and how they do it, and the various positions. That's why as a business consultant, I start with the operations plan. Then I get into the operational risk, contingency strategies, and the current issues. Whatever problems that you're currently having in your business, that is where we're going to document here. And we're going to document it in a specific order. And this is what I suggest y'all do if you're writing your operations plan. First, state what that issue is or what that operational risk is or contingency is. State in detail what is happening, what is the issue, what is the problem, and then come up with some mitigating actions or come up with some actions that you can go ahead and do to go ahead and fix that problem. And I do this for about 3 or 4 or 5 specific problems or contingencies that need to be planned for. And that's just a starting point. This can go on and on and on, but I would move that into a separate document, and I would label it, obviously, operational risk, contingency strategies, and current issues if it starts going more than 2 pages. Because this right here, the operations plan, you do want to keep it concise. All right, so hopefully this information is helpful. This is, in a nutshell, what my operation plans looks like at the starting point. Now, once I get into a company and when we get going, this document is going to get a lot larger, or we're going to start adding some different documents that are just built off of this as well. All right, hopefully this information was helpful. As always, go out, make a little bit of money, and let's go ahead and wrap it up. And time to wrap it up. Again, Dr. Paul Borosky here, owner of Quality Business Plan, and the main service that I provide is helping small business owners as well as startups implement my organized plan growth strategy. I also offer business plan writing services as well as custom financial projections and financial modeling. If your organization is in complete disarray and you just need someone to come in and help you organize it, I do offer organizational management. And then I also offer fractional fractional COO, CFO services. If you need somebody for the short term to help you get your operations under control, get your finances under control, I do provide that service as well. And then finally, I offer business consulting, just general business consulting and general business mentoring. If you need any one of these services, feel free to reach out, and I would be absolutely delighted to assist. Go out, make a little bit of money, and have a great day. Thanks.